Okay, everybody, hello. Welcome back for part two. It was quite a little bit of a stretch. I had some folks coming in and out during my little open house. So I finally have gotten back to where I can share some more out of this wonderful catalog. So without further ado, let me switch my camera to the desktop and let's keep going. All right, well, the first thing I want to do is just remind everybody once again about the starter kit special, which is going on from now till the end of May. So if you purchase the starter kit for $99 and sign up as a demonstrator, you will automatically receive in your kit all 5 of the new in color ink pads, a pack of the 6x6 designer series paper. Well, nope, that's cardstock, assorted cardstock. Here's the designer series paper and all of the Stampin' Right markers, all of these in the new in colors. It is a $82 USD value, and you get it for free. Can't go wrong. So if you have any questions in the discussion or description towards the bottom, there's a link to my website, or you can contact me in any other way if you have any questions or are interested in joining my team. All right, moving on. So the next part of this is the Creativity My Way. But I think before I do that, I am going to quickly share with you the in colors, which I should have done before. So let me just close this for a minute. So this was a make and take we did at a team meeting just before, or just as the catalog was coming out. So this is using some of the designer series paper and all of the colors, and it showcases the sparkly adhesive gems and a piece of the Summer Splash ribbon. So really pretty. So we have Pretty in Pink. It has come back. It used to be in one of our core colors, and Stampin' Up! Decided to bring it back as an end color, and I'm so happy they did. We have Petunia Pop, which is a fun color, and I'm not really a purple person, but I'm using that a lot. We have Summer Splash. Nope, Summer Splash is over here. My apologies. This is Shy Shamrock. And then we have Peach Pie to round it all out. So lots of fun. And again, if you sign up, you get them all for free. All right. Now let's move on. Oh, just sorry. If you come over today and want to make a card using some of the new in colors, I cut up some cardstock and some designer series paper. These are 3 inches by 5¼ inches pieces of the in color designer series paper. This punch is actually a new punch. And when we get into bundles, I will show that to you. And just a simple birthday greetings. All right. Now let's open and start with Creativity Your Way. So the way, as I mentioned, that this catalog is laid out, it's laid out in sections. And so I'm just gonna make this, I think, a little bit closer or far away so you can see better. All right. So this lady obviously is an avid crafter because she's got all kinds of stuff in there. The way this catalog is broken down, so now we start into the sweets. And it's sweet after sweet after sweet after sweet till we go through all of them. And I love this because I'm not searching all over the book for a sweet. So if I'm looking for a particular sweet, I just go to this section. One of my customers that was over this morning or earlier this afternoon was telling me that she was somewhat frustrated. She got her catalog and she doesn't understand it. So I sat down with her, spent quite a bit of time going through each section and showing her and telling her kind of why this seems to be a better layout, in my opinion. You may disagree with me. And so she said, but I'm so used to going to the page where all the designer series paper is shown. I said, that is correct. And it is no more. But if you're looking for designer series paper, look no further than the sweets, because you've got this gorgeous picture, I guess, of both the front and the back side. So I think it's easier to see when it's shown with all the other elements in the suite. So at the top, under the name of the suite, you'll see the order number for the entire suite. Otherwise, if you look down here, then you will see each, like the stamp set or the bundle or the gems or the designer series paper with their order numbers and their prices. So I do have this, and I have one sample that I got as a swap. So I haven't played with it. I was hoping to get some samples made today, but that hasn't worked out so far. So a couple little strips of the designer series paper. You're the best kind of person, which is in here, and some extra little leaves here, and die cutting out this piece, which is this die right here, if you can see it, and just some of the other leaves that were die cut. So very pretty. And this was from, oh, it's from Julie. Ha! Thanks, Julie. All right. Moving along. I'm not going to go through each and every suite, I promise you, but there are some that are kind of special. So Take to the Sky. Julie and I did this on our last Sunday video. So if you saw this, you're going to see the samples again. Did I pull that one down? Yes, I have it. Okay. So this has, this is obviously, you know, a good masculine card, and I struggle with masculine cards. So I did a little playing around myself. I don't even know where the other samples are. And I found this layout. I'm not real crazy about it, but I was playing. I don't know. I also have shown this a couple times now. This is from April Booth. This was a swap that I got, and a couple weeks ago, I used this layout to make my Sunday video card, except I flipped it upside down. So this is April's, but I did it this way so that it opens up that way. And I don't think it matters which way you do it. You could even do it so that it opens up that way. And then the card that I shared on Sunday, for those who may not have seen my video yet, I used copper clay as a card base. I took some pieces of designer series paper. This is one big piece. I layered another over it. I took some of the gray granite twine from the Essentials pack and used the Spotlight on Nature die. You're the Best, plain and simple. And I stamped, colored, and die cut out that plane. And then just put happy birthday on the inside with a small strip of paper. And yeah, I'm not sure where the others disappeared to. Things seem to have grown legs these days. So that is this one. So it has, again, the suite number up here and all the components written down here. All right, so we're going to skip through to Market, Wildly Flowering. I just got this. Can't wait to start playing with it. I actually won this designer series paper at Onstage, but I haven't sat down to use it yet. All right, Lily Pond Lane. So when we were at Onstage, Julie won this pack. So we split usually when we're at convention, and we made a couple cards. So at the time, since I didn't have anything but the paper, I used some die cut words and created these two cards using the designer series paper and the modern oval label, and this was a die. And then just took some of the white baker's twine and added some of the sparkles. So that is what I came up with just using the designer series paper. So this was a swap card I got. No, it wasn't. I think I made this. This must have been another one that I made. Good Lord. Okay. So yeah, because I used those again. I used them on all of mine. And then I fussy cut out some of the ducks, the mommy and the daddy and the baby, and put it on this gorgeous designer series paper. So those are just a few cards that I've made using Lily Pond. All right, Thoughtful Journey is a beautiful set, and I love how we frequently get to see this hand-painted designer series paper. And the Thoughtful Wishes is great in these little pearls. So I do have a couple of samples to show you. This was one we did at Hostess Club last month. So I just, I think I cut this in 3, and then I cut a strip of the coordinating paper and Thinking of You Fondly. And then I just put some flowers on the inside. And then this was a swap from Liz Orr, where she again just took probably 2.5 or 3 inches, and it looks like she either mounted on white or adhered some white strips to this, used some of the new basic beige ribbon and some of the strips of the designer series paper as well. So very, very pretty. I have some things out because I still need to make a sympathy card, which I haven't done yet. So beautiful, sweet. Love it, love it, love it. All right, what is next in our jury? Oh, country was, this was my sweet. We've used this. I have a ton of samples. I'll go through them very quickly. But it's got this beautiful wood grain paper. And that kit that I shared in the first segment has this paper and this paper in it. And I think this paper. So absolutely you can, excuse me, use this with a bunch of things. So let me get started on these samples because like I said, I have a lot of them. This was on our purchase premiere, so I got a lot of swaps with that. So this one, oh, I don't know who it's from. Let me see if it's on the inside. Isn't that pretty? All right, let me see if I can, oh, here's this one. Yeah, it's folded in. Maybe her information is on the inside. No, it isn't. So I apologize. I don't know who sent me the swap, but it's so pretty. Nice. All right. So this was from Mel Lampert. So she used the new embossing folder that's up here on Very Vanilla. And then she stamped and die cut out the birdhouse and the bird and added some flowers. So pretty. And this one is from, I don't know. Oh, this was what I made. That's why it's from me. So I used just cardstock to die cut the elements in the stand. And I didn't stamp in color. I just stamped on Daffodil Delight, you know, for the bird. And then just hope you have the best day ever. And here's one using the country flowers. And this one is from Terry Briggs. So pretty. So she used, looks like Pretty in Pink. And again, she used the embossing folder. This looks like Summer Splash. And she used some of the sparkly gems. Really pretty. And this one, I believe I made. So I used the Spotlight on Nature Circle. I did some embossing with the lace embossing folder, some other strips, and little bow, and some of the, looks like the Smoky Slate Pearls. I think I did this one. I did one very similar. All right. So as I've mentioned before, when we went to onstage, we went to the Thursday night stamping session, and we were able to pre-order this bundle, which I did. Excuse me. So I've made these. I have shown them a number of times, but just beautiful. And from the same, you know, country flowers from the same stamp set, and made 3 different looking cards. All right. Do I have any more, or have I finally exhausted that suite? I probably have some more. I just don't want to just, you know, not move on here because there's so much more. So Unbounded Beauty is another one that we have a lot of samples for. And it, if you look at everything, you know, it's a, what do we call it? Mega Suites. It's got 2 bundles. It's got designer series paper, specialty paper, and some resin in color dots. So I have just a few samples for you. And this is the one where I showed you April Lambert's layout. This was mine that I did using this suite. And this is what I shared on our Sunday video. Julie made this card. And isn't it just the sweetest thing? She used the flowers and was able to, you know, die cut them and layer them together, and took some of the designer series paper and stamped a little flower in the back. But isn't that pretty? Love it, love it, love it. Here is a swap, and I believe this one is Margot. Margot, she's great. Oh, I have it upside down. Jeez. It's like a book binding, but from top to bottom. Have a blessed day. So pretty. Barb Hopper Price made this next one. She used the designer series paper and some of the glitter paper, and the critters are new in this book, and I have to see if I can find them for you. But isn't that cute? The hedgehogs hugging. So kind of an unusual fun fold. And then the last one is from Char Cooper, and I absolutely love this card. This is probably one of my favorite swaps. I just love the strips of paper along here. The greeting with some peacock ribbon that carried over from last year. She's got one of our butterflies that carried over. Looks like she did some coloring on it and added a pearl. Just so pretty. All right. Oh, I did have some more from the other one. I won't show them. Too late. I'm moving on. All right. All right. What else am I going to show you here? Anyway, there's several more. Oh, this is the critters that Barb used, the Hearts and Hugs stamp set. So after all the sweets, I kind of went too far forward. Perfectly precise. And so these are bundles. So this is the bundle section. So if you're looking in for a particular bundle, this is where you'll go. This one's Layers of Beauty, and it comes with the stamp set and the dies and then some masks. And we've done some masking before, and I haven't pulled this out. I pulled it out a couple times and had to put it away. But there is a carryover one, and I'll show you where to find that information. But this is just where you layer up, Stampin' Up! Has labeled these like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the order you can stamp them in. And it's just so pretty. I love the colors in here. So that's a sample of masking. And I'll actually probably be holding a class on it later on this year. Now we get into the bundles, and the Stampin' Up! Is trying something a little bit new this time to see how it goes. So there are 2 bundles, 1, 2, that you can either purchase the stamp set and the die, or the stamp set and the punch. I suppose you could do all of it if you wanted to. I love punches, so that's the bundle that I got. And this is also the label that I used for our make and take for today's event with birthday wishes. But I haven't played with this. Again, I pulled it out, I had to put it back. So keeping tabs is another one where you get either a single die or you can have the punch. And you get all different kinds of tabs that you can then create a little notebook with, or for your calendar if you carry a paper calendar. All right. So then we get into some bundles. Now, here's a little tip if you're looking for it. First of all, at the top of the pages, there will be the name of the bundle and the bundled price. If you want individual components, you'll look down here. And I like this because if it's new, it's going to be bigger. And have more information about it on the page. If it's small, and I'll show you that in the encore section, then you'll know that it's a carryover either from the mini catalog or the annual catalog. All right. So we have some really cute ones in here. Nope, I didn't get those. I did get this, but I haven't used it yet. But I have a sample. Where'd it go? Here we go, right up front. So using, it looks like Gorgeous Grape for the cart, and then some silver embossing or silver foil paper. The new big swirl background stamp, and it looks like it was sponged with some lemon lolly and some flowers in the corners, and just a couple of bags of groceries that were also die cut and then popped up. So that is this one. Okay. What was the next the one I was going to show you. Spotlight on Nature. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I do have a sample that I can share. We did one at our team meeting last night, but I'm not going to share it yet because we're also doing it for Hostess Club next week. But here is some of the dies that you can see a couple of the different edges and some of the new white striped ribbon. And then just very simply die cutting them. It looks like we have an embossing folder. And then on the inside is this. You absolutely made my day. So kind of a fun fold. Beautiful card. And this was from April Booth. You're a busy little girl there, April. So I love this. And everybody that I showed it to is falling in love with it as well. All right. So we have In the Grove, Loveliest Tree. We get to have some more. Oh, I have Seaside Wishes. I have a couple samples of this to show you. I do. Here they are. Oh, not that one, this one. So this one is from Anna Masternak, and she lives in Florida, so she ought to know what this stuff is. Pretty job on the sand dollars. Love those. And then You Absolutely Made My Day. And this one is from Janet Casto, I think. If I butchered your name, I'm so sorry. I don't know if this is a fun fold or not. Yes, it is a little bit of one. All right. You absolutely made my day. Sometimes the simplest things mean the most. This is a very popular fun fold, and it's quite easy, but I love it. I think it's great. So thank you, Janet, for that one. What else have we got here? So here we are now. We're done with bundles. We're done with sweets, and we're at the encore section. So all of these were either in the mini or last year's annual catalog that is carrying over. And so you'll notice that the images for both the stamp and the dies are much smaller. So if you want to see them with all their samples, just go back to last year's catalog and open them up and you'll find them there. All right, and I did have one using this one. Here we go. So this is from Laura Roderick. And so she created this. A lot of it is just die cut out coloring. And she's got it all popped up, including the little palm tree from the dies. I don't have this. I've looked at it and smiled when I've seen it, but I didn't get it. All right. So we're going to get past all of that to the single stamps. And I think what I'm going to do is I might take a break and come back. Nope, I'm going to keep going. Never mind me. All right. So clear blocks. This card, this stamp set, I just bypassed it. It was like, it really didn't do anything for me. But as is typical, when you see something made with it, then you want to, and you have to have it. And that's the case for me with Fields in Bloom. This was one of our make and takes from our meeting last night. And I just thought it looked kind of complicated. I just didn't want to have to try to deal with it, but it is so easy. So what we did is we took a piece of white cardstock, looks like it's 3 3/4 by 5, and stamped this bottom part in Granny Apple Green. Then this top one is the flowers. We stamped that in Peach Pie and stamped it right over, and it fits together. So you cannot make this bad. It is just that easy that you just stamp those two images. We sponged a little bit of the sky and stamped some clouds in there. And I don't remember where the Thinking of You came from. It might be from a set way back in the beginning. And then we just took some memento and stamped some birds on there. And then the glimmer paper was actually cut in half the long way and then just glued on the back just to give this a little sparkle behind the Thinking of You, and then some of our peach pie ribbon. So it's so easy, I'm telling you. We used every stamp on this card that's in this set. It's a set of 6 photopolymer stamps. So pretty. All right. Then what they've done is that if it's a new stamp, it'll be big, it'll be colorful. And it's featured with a couple of carryover stamp sets from the last annual catalog or the mini. I don't know if that was in the mini or not. So if you're looking for masculine kinds of things, this is where you would find it. I don't think I have any samples of this one. I did buy this one and oof, I bought it because of these samples, the day or night. So I just feel like there's so much you could do with this stamp set. We have a background stamp and there's a real fun technique I'm going to work on for this that we saw it on stage. So all of the carryover background stamps. And then again, just kudos to our demonstrators. So this was $1 million by this little emblem. This is the demonstrator who designed this for her $1 million sales achievement. And again, they've got some featured coordinating stamp sets with that. And I'm thinking that's where I want to end this. Or should I keep going? No, I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. I'll come back and we will pick up with the rest of this. So right now I'm currently on page 96. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my camera back to me. Well, I'm going to switch my camera. I just turned it off. And let's try that again. Oh, there I am. There I am. Technology. It's going to kill me, I swear. All right. So I'm going to take a little break here. So you can take a little break and catch your breath. And I will come on one more time, I think, to finish up the catalog and show you a few more samples before we close out this catalog launch for the day. All right. I'll see you in a bit.